Hi, I'm Kylie, the founding sister, and welcome to week 10 of my vlog, The Startup Life, where I am sharing a week-by-week account of the highs and lows of starting a business. Now, this is a very special week. It's actually the first time I'm filming after the launch of my first business, Bham, and our first product, Power Pants. I'm really excited to share my high of the week. Will be no surprise there. My low of the week, and reflecting as always on what I'm grateful for and some of the comments left on the vlog. Now, if I can start with my high of the week, it has to be obviously the launch of the business. So let me tell you how that went down. I mentioned last week that I was going live on Instagram, so I had a virtual party room and some of my closest friends and my family joined that virtual party room, and I had a flood of comments from them, messages of support. It was all very exciting. In the room with me was my husband, my best friend, and her husband. So we got to share the moment in person. We, of course, drank quite a bit of champagne that night, and we just really enjoyed the moment. I did get some orders in my first night after a technical hiccup, but the orders did start coming through, and it was such a great feeling to have some paying customers and some customers that want to purchase my Power Pants. And I just can't wait to report back next week on how they felt as they received my Power Pants and what they think about the product and the entire experience. So, moving on to my low of the week. Now, I did my virtual party. I had a number of people in the room supporting me as I disabled the maintenance page on my website, and that was my official way of launching the business. It was putting my website out to be live in the world. Now, I had tested that process the week before so that I could do some live testing on my website with somebody that was testing my user experience, and it all went ahead, all worked without a hitch. When I did that live, I had a lot of people cheering. I asked if they could see my website, people saying yay. I took that as the affirmative. And then after I shut down the live, I was faced with a flurry of SMS from family and friends, screenshots to share that the website wasn't working. Now, the good news is it was working in Thailand, but none of my customers in Australia were able to access my website. So did some troubleshooting for a little while and eventually ended up on the telephone line to my web host, which fortunately are available 24/7. They were able to assist me to not just disable my maintenance page, I had to completely deactivate the plugin. As soon as that was done, the website was launched. Now, reflecting on that moment, a lot of my friends were feeling really disappointed for me, particularly my husband who was in the room. He was feeling quite stressed that I put so much work and for things to go wrong at my launch that I'd been so excited about. Now, I reflected in that moment and said to him, it's not the end of the world. It's my friends and family that are here for this launch, that are waiting to see my website now. I know it will be fixed. I know it will be online. And if they don't see the website until tomorrow or Monday, so be it. It's not going to have any major impact on the future success of the business. So I remained calm during that period, and perhaps that was helped by a glass of champagne, but I think a whole lot of perspective over the years. You know, I've worked on projects where things have gone wrong, and ultimately, the more stressed you get about those situations, it's not helpful. And the most helpful way to approach those situations is to think, what is the best outcome from here? I can't change what had happened, but I could change the outcome. And ultimately, within a couple of hours, my website was up and running. I was taking orders. So there's a happy ending there. But there certainly was a low of my week, which I will learn from. Now, what I am grateful for, I have to call out, and it comes to the front of my mind every single day, and so much more so this week, is my darling husband. He was there with me at the launch, feeling that disappointment for me. And it is because he cares so much about what I'm doing. He's seen me put so many hours, so much thought into this business. He has seen me make the sacrifices, missing out on time with the children, missing out on time with him in the evenings as I've worked away to bring this business to life. Now, he's also made those sacrifices because I haven't been around. And to be honest, ever since we've met, I've always kept myself busy with side projects, whether that had been studying to do my MBA, working long hours because I've picked up big projects, having babies. So I've really stayed incredibly busy for our entire relationship. And he's always just been so incredibly supportive. He said to me so many times over the weekend how proud of me he felt. And I just feel so grateful and so lucky to have him as my partner in life. I joke that he is the chief risk officer of my business, which is another great thing that he brings into the mix. He sees the world very differently to I do. Like most couples, we are one positive, and I don't like to call him negative, but he does see risk when I don't see risk. So although he may be quite alarming at what I feel are small risks, he does bring some risks to my attention that I haven't considered. And that gives me an opportunity to mitigate some risks, however material they are. So yes, I'm grateful for my husband, very much so. Now, reflecting on the comments that have been left on the vlog, and I am sad to say there's been no comments left this week. So I ask that you leave your comments. Perhaps you have a question about launching the business. Perhaps you have some advice for me. Please leave those on the vlog. Reach out to me directly. You can find me on Instagram at The Founding Sister. However you contact me, I'm very happy. Send those questions and comments through. And as always, hit like, subscribe if you want to follow this journey. I'm excited to report back week after week of my increasing sales and the tactics that I'm using to grow and scale my business. Thanks again. See you next week. Bye.